Good afternoon. I'm He Wang from Group PT6 of MapTech, and I will be presenting Risk Management Plan Review. For risk planning, the team accountabilities, rules, and responsibilities have been clearly defined. The whole team is divided into three groups: development group of 3 people, testing group of 2 people, and documentation team of 2 people. Each group will be responsible for risks in their own category under the supervision of group leader, and I will be the one to monitor overall risks. The rules for managing risks have been clearly defined. Each group will do their own identifying, recording, and monitoring tasks. The 2 standard meetings held after class each week will be used as reporting and communicating. The plan for communicating these rules to team have been clearly defined. If something indeed has turned out to be an issue for the whole team, either identified by the 3 group leaders or by me, the weekly 1-hour group meeting will discuss our strategies to it. The risks have been clearly defined into 6 categories: technology risk, people risk, organization risk, tool risk, requirement risk, and estimation risk. Although they are not reflected in the SE&P draft submission, they will be modified and reflected in the SE&P final submission. The risk assessment criteria are described with description and likelihood part in the SE&P in scale of 1 to 4. Acceptable risk levels are defined with consequences in scale of 1 to 5, all 3 of which are shown in the risk management part of SE&P, because for some reason we don't have an individual risk management plan. Risk mitigation plans have been identified with action part in SE&P, with proper avoidance and minimization strategies. Risk contingency plans have been defined for the most severe and most likely to happen risks. As for risk identification and analysis, risks have been identified in relation to our objectives in terms of the 6 categories we discussed above. Hopefully, enough information has been collected about the risks to make decisions. We analyzed all the source, causes, areas affected, and control review of the risks, and used likelihood and consequences part to describe them. The elements required are clearly identified in the risk statement. For instance, members quittal or unavailable as an uncertain event, lack of knowledge as a cause, and consequences as an effect to the objectives. Risk owner have been allocated to the risk. 3 groups will be responsible for risks of their own area. All stakeholders were listed as involved in assessing risks in the risk management plan. The 6 risk categories we use are allocated according to the cause of the risk. Risk probabilities are defined with the likelihood part, critical controls identified with action part, and all the risks have been prioritized with consequences part. As for risk monitoring and review, a clear plan for risk monitoring and review have been identified. Integrated risk planning and identification part in the 3 groups on their own, and reporting, communicating, and analysis part with the whole team together. That will be all for my entire risk management plan review, and I thank you for the time and energy for listening.